Be Marsh Boxing back at it with this fight we got coming up. Non-title fight. I don't believe it's a title eliminator, but this is just a great heavyweight fight. You know what I mean? No titles on the line. It's just good for boxing. We got Dillian Whyte from England. You know what I'm saying? Versus from Brixton versus kid from New Zealand, David Joseph Parker. You know what I mean? This is a very good fight. Very good fight, man. Joseph Parker got to give him props. You know what I mean? What is this? 3 fights in a row. He's fighting in England. This man is like an honorary Englishman now. You know what I'm saying? Huey Fury, Anthony Joshua, now Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Now, Dillian Whyte, they both the same height, but I believe Dillian Whyte got the longer reach by 2 inches, 78 inches to this guy Joseph Parker 76. You know what I mean? Joseph Parker, they be saying, hey, he got short arms. You know what I mean? The man got T-Rex type of arms. He definitely ain't got a Sonny Liston type reach. But the guy's a good fighter. You know what I mean? He's not really impressed me that much in his title reign. You know what I mean? I thought that he lost to guys like Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? His title defenses, he had two title defenses, or was it three? Rajan Kajanu guy, I think that was his sparring partner, and they went the distance with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And that fight was told me a lot about the guy Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? And Huey Fury, another dog. That was a dog fight, man. That was a snooze fest, and he escaped with a majority decision victory. You know what I mean? So he's in there with a guy like Dillian Whyte, who as he himself hasn't really impressed me. You know what I mean? To be honest, as far as a heavyweight, Joseph Park. What do you do? He sparked out Lucas Brown, an old, overweight, out of shape Lucas Brown. And I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I'm not trying to take credit away from the man Dillian Whyte, but Dillian Whyte couldn't knock out big dudes like Robert Helenius. You know what I mean? Robert Helenius even rocked the man a couple times in that fight. You know what I mean? So that left me a lot of questions about this guy, Joseph Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Derek Chisora, I thought that fight was a draw. He never gave Chisora a rematch. You know what I mean? The guy went the distance in a 10 rounder with guys like David Allen. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. I don't know why they call it a stoppage TKO, man. He got left on his back with his hanging off the rope. So that should have been definitely a KO. You know what I mean? But I think both guys are not the heaviest of hitters, you know what I mean, in the division. Although the man put this guy to sleep, Lucas Brown, I think he just caught him with the perfect punch, you know what I'm saying? A beautiful punch that put this guy to sleep, you know what I mean? And I think guys like Robert Helenius and Derek Chisora have shown that this guy, Dillian Whyte, doesn't have really a chin like that, you know what I mean? He hasn't gone down. He's a guy who wants to mix it up and wants to brawl. He'll put his chin out there, balls to the wall, even in the what is it? What you call that show on Sky? Is it that show with Johnny Nelson? The gloves are off. Joseph Parker, Dillian Whyte is basically trying to entice Joseph Parker not to run, stand in the pocket and fight with me. And that's the only way I think that the man Dillian Whyte could fight. You know what I mean? This guy Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker has the quicker hand speed. You know what I'm saying? His footwork's decent. You know what I'm saying? But can Dillian Whyte cut off the ring? That's what we're gonna have to find out. Because I do believe that Joseph Parker will be on his bicycle. He'll be fighting with a smart fight as far as sticking and moving. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's gonna be running to the point where he's not being effective. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be counterpunching Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's gonna be struggling trying to keep up with the hand speed and the foot speed of Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker would just counter him to death. He might even rock him, make him do the funny dances that he does, that you saw and Robert Helenius did. Even Dillian Whyte, I'm sorry, Joseph Parker. No, it's not Joseph Parker, excuse me, Anthony Joshua. They've all rocked the guy Dillian Whyte, and I don't think there's nobody in the heavyweight division who does as many funny spaghetti dances, juju on the beat type of dances, stanky leg type of dances, than Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he don't got a chin, but maybe it might be his legs. You know what I mean? Maybe his legs ain't strong enough. I see mad people in the chat. Mike D, the so-called black, was good, son. He's in the chat. He says, I got white. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk was goody, son. He says, this fight is bullshit to me. Why is it bullshit? Yeah, Mike asks why. Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I smell Motel 6 business. Mike D says, huh? Brooklyn Child says, White ducked Ortiz. Parker didn't come to fight. Yeah, White ducked Ortiz, no doubt about it. Um, Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk says, I think both guys are whack. Just my opinion. I won't support this fight. What do you mean by supporting the fight? Are you going to be paying pay per view to watch it? Or are you not going to pay per view? Or are you not going to the fight? What do you mean you're not supporting it? By not supporting it, that means you're not watching it at all, Brooklyn Child, right? Okay. Mike D says, "Oh, okay, this is a great fight. Sorry, you're gonna miss out on it." I agree. Mike D, I agree. Mike D says, "How did White duck Ortiz?" Yeah, well, Mike D, the guy did duck Ortiz because he was given an opportunity to fight the man Ortiz, and the winner gets. Wilder said this. Look, he told the dude White, "You want to fight me? Fight Ortiz, and I'll fight the winner. If you beat him, I'll fight you." He didn't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even want to fight Kubra Pulev. You know what I mean? Dillian Whyte is not the guy who he claims to be, which makes this an interesting fight in my opinion. I think somebody gonna get exposed, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that'll be Dillian Whyte, you know what I mean? I think Joseph Parker's a better fighter. I've not been impressed by his title reign. I wasn't even impressed with that fight he had with Carlos Takam. But I think Dillian Whyte's gonna have to he's gonna have to cut off the ring and he's gonna have to make this guy fight stationary, you know what I'm saying? And I would be surprised if he gets to do that. I know Joseph Parker is a smarter fighter than that. I don't think he wants to engage in a slugfest, you know what I mean? Because he could get caught. I don't think Dillian Whyte got stupid immense power, but that's what he wants. He wants to trade in a slugfest, like he did also in spurts with the man Derek Chisora, you know what I mean? Which was a very good fight for 2016. I really enjoyed that fight, you know what I'm saying? But I think Dillian Whyte is just a notch below the man Joseph Parker, you know what I mean? And not because Joseph Parker has been a world champion, you know what I mean? But I just think that skill wise and the hand speed is what's going to allow the man Joseph Parker to style on the man Dillian Whyte, you know what I'm saying? This is his third fight in England. He's not going to be shaken up or scared of the territory. And I think he has a lot to prove, especially with how he left a lot on the table versus Anthony Joshua, not going in for the kill. Well, that's both of these guys, and also the referee played a part in that fight. Interfering, not letting the man get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Getting Joseph Parker work on the inside like he wanted to. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I got Dillian Whyte taking this L one time. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mike D. I think it's a very interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? With no title on the line. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good fight for the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Child thinks it's a whack fight, but really and truly, with the heavyweight landscape as it is, guys aren't fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? Guys aren't fighting each other. So when we get a fight like this, came out of left field that nobody had even expected, I'm all for it, and I will be supporting it. I won't be paying for it. I don't live in the UK. I don't know if HBO is going to pick up this fight like HBO did the Lucas Brown fight versus Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? But I think that the man, uh, uh, what you call it, Dillian Whyte, um, I've never really been impressed by his skill set. You know what I mean? He's a former kickboxer. You know what I mean? And he got to tighten up his defense. You know what I mean? We'll see what kind of shape he comes in for this fight as well. You know what I mean? That's another factor that we got to look at. He's a guy who's never really, he looked in shape for his last fight. I'll give him that more than he usually has. But I think that Dillian Whyte, man, he just wants to fight one particular way, while the man Joseph Parker has different tools to his toolbox. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think about this fight. Big ups to everybody coming through. Uh, Mike D says, I think White got in his head a little bit. White will have got his stands in the pocket and wants to slug it out toe to toe and ball with the guy. If he doesn't, then I don't see him getting into his head. That man Dillian Whyte is actually trying to coerce the man Joseph Parker to fight his type of fight. Well, in my opinion, Joseph Parker should do what suits him best. Use his hand speed, get out, get the fuck up out of dodge. He doesn't really have the long reach. That's why he can't stand in the pocket too long. Got to use his footwork, pivot out of shots, and make the man Dillian Whyte have to keep gathering his footwork and leverage to throw punches. And if the man Joseph Parker can counterpunch in between that while the guy's trying to gather himself to set up his shots, he's going to beat him easily. So I got this fight in favor of the man Joseph Parker, unanimous decision, but I have it 7-5. I think Dillian Whyte gonna win some rounds, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna have the man clearly winning this fight. No controversial decision thing. Mike D says Parker looking to avenge that loss could hurt him in the leg. I feel facts on guys not fighting each other. Mike D says I take it you got some amateur boxing background. Nah, I ain't never really boxed. Nah, I've had homeboys who box, and I used to go watch it when I lived back in Boston. Boston's a big fight city. You know what I mean? And I had homies, man, since we were young, who'd go to the amateurs. You know what I mean? I'd go watch they fights. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a long fan of boxing, man. This ain't nothing new to me, you know what I mean? But I think that the man Joseph Parker will get the W and set himself up for another title shot, whether it comes from Wilder or the man Dillian Anthony Joshua. All right? Give thanks, man. Mike D says I got good insight on the game. Yeah, man. I'm a fan of the sport, man, and you know, styles make fights. You know what I mean? And this is a good clash right here. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if the man Joseph Parker, you know, if his style could beat the man Joseph Dillian Whyte style. I believe it can, and I believe he will. You know what I mean? I've seen this guy struggle with guys who go the distance with David Allen, and I think Joseph Parker definitely notches above the talent pool or the level of guys like David Allen. You know what I mean? But we shall see. B Marsh Boxing, thanks for everybody coming through in the chat, and I'm out of here. Big ups to Mike D. Big ups to the Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk. All right, son one. Peace.